the chance tonight for really the stars and the league to get the fans who are in here hooked on this game. And they like what they see. They will come back time and time again.
Right back to Natalie, goes up, in, and draws a foul. Jennifer Easy, buried in at the buzzer. For the first time in franchise history, San Antonio's headed to the final.
The Las Vegas Aces select Asia Wilson.
Las Vegas Raiders owner Mark Davis is stepping into the world of pro basketball.
Becky Hammon will become the head coach of the Las Vegas Aces.
You take a look at this Aces team, first-year head coach Becky Hammon has a loaded roster, change of pace offensively.
The Las Vegas Aces will clinch the West of the Commissioner's Cup.
The Las Vegas Aces are the #1 seed in the WNBA playoffs.
Gray lobs it in, Young to tie, banks it home, and we will have overtime. Raquano Williams is taking over.
Las Vegas, we are world champions.
The Las Vegas Aces' road to excellence. It took some time before relocating to Las Vegas. The San Antonio Stars, they went 23-79 in 3 seasons. That was from 2015 to 2017, prompting the team to be put up for sale. So it was time to reshuffle the deck.
It is official. The Aces will be bringing in the new year with a new coach.
Becky Hammon is beloved here in San Antonio, but the Aces, well, they just made her a deal she could not pass up.
Paying Becky Hammon $1 million is demonstrating where the WNBA needs to be in going after and getting quality coaches.
Becky Hammon earned every penny she's about to get paid because of her lifetime work in the WNBA.
As a player, I've never been more proud to represent a franchise and play for someone that really just empowers you to be the best version of yourself.
And she really got to know us as women, as people, and then she started telling us kind of what she wanted out of us as a player. And I think for me, that means the world because I know exactly what you want out of me and I can give that to you.
There it is. Good. That's nice, Asia.
It's exciting to see how hungry the players were, how they were holding on to every word, every situation that Becky and her staff were putting them in. I was seeing a team that really was going to go to the next level.
We knew that we were going to be a good group in the beginning just based off the chemistry. When you want to win a championship, you have to have players that are buying in and want to be here.
How you feeling? Ready to play? I bet you are.
I love our team. I love our energy. I love our competitiveness. Obviously, we're banged up, and we really haven't gone against real defense because
it'll be our first test at Minnesota.
Yes.
Like structure.
Like organized defense. Yeah. Although I don't worry about us offensively. I worry about transition defense on the boards.
We went very, very hard, which was really good for our girls just to have that competitive edge before the start of the season.
We took advantage of it. We can't worry about what other teams are doing. We're only worried about Vegas, and it really showed. Everybody was at the top of their games.
I think that's what kind of set us apart at the beginning of the season, just because you could see the way we spaced the floor and pushed the ball and played together early on. I think that's why we had such a hot start.
There's so many different ways this hot Aces team can score the ball and hurt you.
It was incredible to see them just blast out and do so well. And really that's a tribute to their dedication to the new offense, their trust in Becky.
You can tell by the way we play, everyone's out there having fun. We really share the ball. Everyone can shoot it, everyone can score the ball. Whenever you play like that and you're playing so freely and unselfish, it just makes the game fun for us, and I know it makes it fun for the fans to watch too.
The secret ingredient is definitely establishing roles and holding each other accountable. But understanding that it might not necessarily be equal, but what's our end goal? And I think that's what helped us out a lot, of pushing a lot of things aside and being like, we're not here for this. Just go out there and play your hardest and bring whatever you have within you, leave it out there on the court.
You can't just say we're just going to shut down Asia Wilson because there's so many other weapons on the floor, and that's a good problem to have as a coach. Like, who is my go-to?
Young puts it out, hits a beautiful mid-range jumper. Jackie Young having a night. She is one of the best in the WNBA. Puts it up. Oh, yes!
It's Jackie understanding
how good she is and how much further she could be.
I quickly connected with Tyler and we spent a lot of time in the gym together, made a few tweaks with my shot. Because that was really the only missing piece, was just being able to knock down the three consistently.
Jackie Young knocks down a three.
Well, Jackie Young has more threes this season than she had in her first 3 seasons combined. That is just mind-blowing.
Jackie Young, who's a part of that guard trio, ever so effortless in that move. You talked about her being in the conversation for most improved. She's averaging 16 a game.
You have to pick your poison when you're defending this Las Vegas Aces team, especially on the perimeter. At any point, any one of them can go off and take over a ball game.
Their offense has been playing at a historic pace, most points ever scored through 8 games in league history.
You tied a WNBA record for threes. You have 18 as a team. You've broken franchise records are just flying out the door.
Becky Hammond is here as part of this franchise. Natalie Williams, who's the general manager, is here, was a part of this franchise. Jennifer Azzi is here on staff, was a part of this franchise. And these players that are on the floor right now are breaking those 3 players' records. I mean, the top 6 players on this Las Vegas Aces team have all improved their numbers. And I think it's a direct correlation to the system that they're playing in right now and the way that they have all elevated their game chasing a championship.
Steps it back. Sticks it. Oh, Chelsea Gray is fired up.
This team is a little silly and they do some crazy things, which is great for the game. It's great for our fans to see them being their authentic self.
That's bucket. Get my money.
When Chelsea Gray hits the half-court shot, does the D-dance.
And we just started having fun out the gate. I think you saw that throughout the season. Either we were doing the tortilla challenge or we were just running in our runouts for our warm-up. Like, that's what started the quest, is just us being us, and we just really had a great locker room.
Starters getting some time to show us some of their moves off the court.
I've been talking to some family and friends and I'm like, these girls are funny. Like, the things that come out of their mouths.
My name's Teresa, I'm 29, I'm gonna tear this course up.
You should see what we don't put on camera.
And when you have someone like a Sydney Colson that's in a locker room that always keeps the mood lightened, I think that is a sign of a championship team.
We have genuine fun. Like, it's not forced. It's not something that has to like turn on in front of the cameras. It's like genuinely just how we are in the locker room with nobody around. Like, it's more uncensored in the locker room, but we really like each other. That's why you can see like the genuine excitement from like the bench when we're cheering for people. You just see that there is a love around the organization, and it kind of just flows outward from there.
Oh, y'all, we're in unison. I love us.
Let's work hard, play hard, and have fun, because this is a moment in their life. It will go by quickly. I speak from experience. It goes by in a flash.
So, we're twins, right?
You gotta get this.
You don't have really the cream.
I've never in my life, and I've been on some crazy teams, like we had some crazy personalities, but last year's team, the 2022 Aces team, craziest team ever, but I love them to death.
As far as the Aces setting the tone, Kelsey Plum was red hot early in this ballgame.
Kelsey Plum is feeling it.
Becky Hammond said she is the single hardest worker, male or female, I have ever been around. And that is such a compliment coming from Becky Hammond, and really a tribute to Kelsey Plum and the work that she puts in every single day.
How do you find your individual rhythm when you're on a squad where anybody can go?
Roz, I don't care about that. We suck on defense. We're not rebounding. Get them second chance points. They're too good. So we got to do a better job on that. The offense will come. The defense got to be consistent.
that just shows you how competitive Kelsey Plum is. That is what drives her. She doesn't want to lose a contest in practice, doesn't want to lose a competition between the lines. She's just a player that wants to win so bad.
Hell yeah, Chelsea! Come on, Chelsea! Good rebound, baby, good rebound. Aye! And one! That's an and one, baby!
She had expectations. She wanted to be able to be a starter. She felt like she could be a go-to player. And then sometimes being selfless, not taking the shot, making the extra pass. And it's something that Becky talks about all the time, going from good to great.
Hard work always pays off, and I think if there was ever like a photo, if you ever looked up the statement, hard work pays off, I mean, Plum's picture should be right there.
She took on the role of, I'm about to show the world who I am. The lights are on. Go do you.
Plum having a career year for the Aces.
She became this player that when she was breaking down the defense and the rotations were coming, she was hitting the right play. She was making the right play action. And it was just beautiful to watch.
Disappointment here in Las Vegas for these fans. First time they've had back-to-back losses on the season.
In order to win a championship, you're going to have to go through Washington, Chicago, Connecticut. You're getting great experience.
What matters now for them is to finish strong on the road in Minnesota.
And the Who's House, Our House chant begins. Carlton, the pass to Shepard, 102, a season high in points for the Lynx. And now the dance, and they deserve this one, every bit of this.
They kicked our ass in literally every single area of the game, starting with the heart and the mind first. That's disappointing.
So a tough one for the Aces. The final game before the All-Star break. 4 Aces will head to Chicago for the All-Star game, and the rest will have to think things over.
When we started to lose some games, it was important for Becky to go to each player and just get them to buy in again. Because when the wheels start coming off a little bit, everyone goes their own separate way.
It wasn't necessarily just the fact that we were losing, it was the way we were losing. And defensively, there was just not a lot of pride. And offensively, it was just a lot of selfishness.
And it was a difficult moment. She challenged so many people individually. It's like very uncomfortable.
It's not about this team, it's about who we are defensively, and that's not good enough.
And I think that her holding everyone accountable really kind of locked everyone into this mode of wanting to do it for each other.
Do we want to play selfish and just live with the result, or do we want to come together and play together in a way we can do something very, very legendary?
We need to protect Vegas. From this point on, we have not been great here. We need to start being great here.
Everyone bought into saying that they wanted to win a championship. They wanted to do the little things to make certain that we were championship bound.
Just be solid and keep the play in front. That's all I'm asking you guys to do. Here we go, top.
Becky Hammond said, I've been hammering them to continue to share the ball and make each other great. That's the GOAT mentality, making those around you better. We'll see how much better they can get. They're already leading the league.
Come on, Jack. Hey, that's what I want to see, baby. Let's shoot.
Hamby, 2-time 6th Woman of the Year in this league. Now a starter.
Nice back door to Hamby. Oh, what a feed.
Hamby had done such a great job of gaining an opportunity and starting for us early. And to lose her was another challenge. And we had young ladies that had to step up. One of those being Kia Stokes.
Defensive recovery here by Kia Stokes.
The good thing about playing with the starting group is they want to take all the shots. That's cool, because I don't need that. I'm there to do my job. I'm trying to be a staple on defense, trying to help when I need to help, set great screens, try to get them open.
Kia Stokes trying to keep it alive and does. Long rebound, second chance, Gray.
When we're able to lock down defensively, we're able to be a different team. We're able to run, we're able to get what we want, and then she's somewhat selfish, you know? She's always cutting, she's moving off the ball, she's giving people space.
For her to be able to mentally shift everything and lock in and be like, okay, just gonna take the load off Asia.
And I'm so grateful that I could play alongside her because she took a lot of stress off of me guarding the 5. So thank you so much, Kia.
Tarasi charges in and taken away by Stokes.
Try to do the hustle plays, the stuff that might not necessarily be on the stat sheet, as long as I know what I'm doing is helping the team.
Kia Stokes
says not in my house as well.
The Aces taking care of some business after a loss here against New York. They went on the road. They got 3 in a row. They're starting to play the kind of ball that Becky Hammon has wanted them to play. And one of the players that makes it all go and who's actually been playing very well as of late is Chelsea Gray.
There she is. Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce you to Chelsea Gray.
Chelsea Gray is, a basketball genius.
Chelsea Gray with a little bit of magic.
She's as clutch as they come at any level. She really dissects the game in a way that she knows when to be a facilitator and when to go get hers.
Oh, Gray, what a move, Chelsea Gray.
She had that tunnel vision, and you could just see it in her eyes and her demeanor of like, I'm not leaving here without a W.
Gray gets that jumper. That's a great sign when Chelsea Gray's hot right off the get-go.
She knows how to take over games, and she knows when it's her time to shine.
Her court vision is unbelievable.
Oh, beautiful pass. What a dish, though, from Chelsea Gray.
And seeing some of the passes that she was throwing, I was like, that is why she is here.
Chelsea Gray has been the backbreaker tonight.
How much fun it must be to play with Chelsea Gray, knowing that if you're open even for just an instant, she will get you the basketball.
And I think the most inspiring thing about her is she's an extension of Becky out there on the court. And that's what you want from your point guard, from the one that has the ball more than anyone else.
Chelsea's the head coach and I'm the assistant. I tell him, if me and Chelsea make a call, listen to Chelsea.
Largest lead of the game for Las Vegas, and Gray has been the maestro.
The part people really don't see and know about is the person she is off the court, which then makes her that person she is on the court, because everyone trusts her. We follow.
I'm always the calm in the storm. That's always been like kind of my personality, the way I see the game. It's kind of like a quiet noise when things get a little too loud.
This is stolen away by Chelsea Gray. Can she get it up before the end of the half? It's good.
So the Las Vegas Aces will clinch the West of the Commissioner's Cup.
It was hard as hell getting those wins. So when it came to the Commissioner Cup, we just looked at it as like, we're gonna go out there and play the hardest that we can play and let it all be out there on the court.
Tonight, the Chicago Sky, with the best record in Commissioner's Cup games in the Eastern Conference, meet the Western Conference winners, the Las Vegas Aces.
It's championship time. Let's get to the money right here. 40 minutes. 40 minutes. We got to do 1, 2, 3.
Since the All-Star break, I think with Chelsea Gray, she has just really taken it upon herself that she's going to be the X factor.
Shot clock winding down. Plum, extra pass. Oh, Chelsea Gray in the corner.
She's somebody who likes big moments, and she likes to take and make big shots.
Gray controls it. Will fire from 3. Oh, my. Chelsea Gray ahead to Plum. 2 seconds. Can she beat the clock? Oh, Jackie Young.
Keep the defense, okay? Stay solid. Okay, stay solid.
Asia Wilson has been having herself a night on both ends of the floor. Shot blocked by Kia Stokes. Step back rain. She is in her bag. Outside Plum again. Yes, indeed. Las Vegas on fire. Wilson turns inside. Oh, what a finish. Come on. Come on. Las Vegas able to hold them off this time and get the win.
The MVP for the 2022 WNBA Commissioner's Cup, Chelsea Gray.
Oh my God, Chelsea was on another level, and I mean, we always credit her the All-Star snub, but I think that's just who she is.
She's the best point guard in the world. She's starting point guard on the Olympic team. She's an all-star. She's all WNBA player. She doesn't get the love and credit she deserves, and I'm really, really glad that people saw that tonight.
It's been a hard couple of weeks for me. I lost somebody close to me.
Chelsea had to endure some tough stuff during the season, the passing of her grandfather. He had been sick, for a good portion of our season, and, just a lot of things having to come in place to really have her look into her best self, if you will, and saying, why am I here? What am I here for?
Somebody was stealing M&M's. I saw you was over there just reaching. I've had basketball and I've had them. I've had my family to lean on. My wife's been amazing with helping me these last few weeks. So it was a lot of emotion coming to a head, but these teammates, they're my dogs, man. They have my back, and I wouldn't be holding that MVP trophy without them.
As much as I want them to enjoy this moment, I also want them to remember this moment and understand that it takes all of us to get there.
For us, it was like, okay, we have the Commissioner Cup. Now let's lock in everyone and let's go get this finals.
The final regular season home game in the illustrious career of Sue Bird.
This is what athletes live for. Moments like this. Even if it's in somebody else's arena, it's a full building, it's tons of energy. It feels like the world's against you, and you just go out there and you hoop.
A great first half of basketball by Asia Wilson. Plum, what a feed from Gray. Las Vegas has kept its poise and been able to hold off Seattle throughout the entirety. Chelsea Gray putting the entire arena on skates. The Aces hold off the Storm. 89-81 the final. The Aces playing some beautiful basketball beginning this quarter.
To be able to step up against the #1 team in the WNBA right now and play the way they did.
Aces above the sky in the top spot.
We're just controlling what we can control. You know, we have a really tough one against Seattle. You know, we kind of spoiled their moment with Sue down there, so we know they're coming for our next.
So Las Vegas, definitely something to play for today. If they win this game, they are the #1 seed, and they will have home court advantage throughout the playoffs. And I think that's what you want.
10,015 people packing this building.
Williams has hit from there.
Twice already, making three.
Stokes.
7 points today. That's a season high. Gray has to hurry, puts it up. That is a new career high in scoring for Chelsea Gray. Asia's turn to block. Incredible. Vegas hits the century mark, and the fans explode. The Las Vegas Aces are the #1 overall seed in the WNBA playoffs. What a game this was. Vegas shot 56% from the floor. They overcome 18 threes.
Always remember who you are and don't let no one shake you from that. Because you deserve to be here. We've earned our way here, so now it's just having fun with it.
The Aces cashing in on the best record in the WNBA to take the top seed in the playoffs as they host the Phoenix Mercury.
They just got to go out there and hoop. All the pressure is on us.
You take a look at this Aces team. First-year head coach Becky Hammond has a loaded roster. Change of pace offensively has them in position for their first chase for a championship.
Well, this is a tough team to defend. They spread the floor. They get you in scramble mode. They hit a high level of threes.
11 made threes in the first half. Most in WNBA playoff history. Wilson in the paint, had 3 bodies around her, and she pumped up after that.
She's hungry for a championship. She's won it in college. She's won a gold medal, but is really looking for that WNBA title.
Somebody wants to be Defensive Player of the Year, and she is making her case. She's the most impactful player on the best team right now. The thing I love about a team like this, their intensity and their competitiveness.
And the Las Vegas Aces walk away with a 79-63 victory. Kelsey Plum looking to get things going and drains the threes. You know they want to close it out here tonight in game 2. Largest lead of the game so far for Las Vegas, thanks to a personal run by Jackie Young.
They're doubling in on Asia Wilson. Kia Stokes steps up and knocks down a big-time shot. Chelsea Gray's full skill set on display.
And this month of August has absolutely belonged to this point guard. She is just on fire, going nuts. 6 of 7 from three-point range.
The way that the Aces are shooting the basketball, moving the basketball, making the right play.
Raise the stakes. Las Vegas is headed to the semifinals.
You can tell this is a team that's on a mission.
What did it take from your team to weather the storm and continue to play the way you wanted to play?
Credit Phoenix, they gave
to challenge, you know, switching things up defensively and offensively. They were dealt a hard hand coming to this playoff, so shout out to them. But we just kept working, trying to get better. We didn't start this game out like we wanted to, so we got to be better than that in the next round.
We have two MVP candidates going head-to-head today with Breanna Stewart and A'ja Wilson, who have been fantastic this season. Breanna Stewart leading the league in scoring, number 1, 6 in steals. Number 1 in player efficiency, A'ja Wilson 5th in scoring, 1 in double-doubles, 1 in blocks, 2nd in rebounding. This is going to be a very fun game because we get to see two of the greatest in the world go head-to-head.
That was must-see TV. That's what you want, the two biggest names in the sport and in the game.
It's good for the fans, and it's good for them. It raises their level of awareness for each other.
Great matchup there with Stewie, and it's A'ja Wilson winning that battle.
I love playing against Stewie because it makes me better every single possession, and I'm pretty sure she could probably, hopefully she says the same about me.
I'm so proud of A'ja because she took her game to a different level, from leadership to being comfortable shooting threes, her being locked in, from training camp to the end of the season. It was like, you're ready for the Hall of Fame at this point.
She has MVP skill set. She has MVP approach. She has MVP professionalism.
We're in very good hands with her as the face of this franchise and this organization. We're blessed to be around her. She's an incredible leader. And I tell you, I love that we have A'ja on our side.
I'd be like, oh, Stewie just scored. A'ja, what you about to do? A'ja, what you? Watch Stewie going for the slip.
It's just a joy to be able to share a court with somebody like that where it's like, oh, you gonna give me a bucket? Bet I gotta give you a bucket too. Like, that's just that friendly, competitive, fiery spirit. And I think that starts what we need in the W is that rivalry. That's like that good rivalry that everybody wants to just lock into.
Always an electric atmosphere at Bigelow Ultra Arena where there will be 7 former #1 picks on the floor. Jackie Young, the youngest, and Sue Bird, the most seasoned. Gray off one leg. Yeah, that is pretty, and it's pretty unstoppable.
That Seattle series was amazing. The Aces were just clicking. Like, we just looked so good. We were fun to watch. It was a joy to compete. It was just two competitors competing at such a high level.
It's going to be Clash of the Titans. It's going to be one of the best matchups to ever happen.
To play in it and experience it and just help grow the game, something I think that the W really needed.
Bird left alone gets denied by Wilson.
Sometimes it's just as simple as having more energy and a little bit more fight. I think a highlight reel for Jewel Wood could be cut just from what we've seen in the first half.
Oh, Becky Hammond's not happy. Not happy.
They are getting to the rim whenever they want. Physicality, show your hands, and move your feet.
5 to shoot. Lloyd a 3. You bet. Plum to tie. No. Rebound loose. Stewart has it. And game 1 belongs to the Seattle Storm.
When they got us first at home, you know, that really shook us up.
Nobody said this was going to be easy. It shouldn't be easy. It's very hard. And champions, they don't know how to just throw punches. They know how to take punches. We took a punch, but I know I got a group of warriors over there, and we'll be ready to go this game.
Two epic individual performances in this game by A'ja Wilson and by Breanna Stewart, and then complementing them, Chelsea Gray was just an absolute beast.
Plum turning the corner, reverses it home. Sue Bird takes the charge, and Gray is called for a tee. Wilson facing up, got it to go. Gray looking for help, finds Plum, she got it. These are two excellent teams playing at a high level. Largest lead of the series for Las Vegas. Pick straight from Seattle, it's a 4-point game. Wilson will fire, and hit from 3, steals it, and Plum lays it in. These semifinals are tied at a game apiece. Well, A'ja Wilson, an epic playoff performance tonight.
We still haven't played our best offense yet. Okay, we had some butt-naked ones we missed. We just missed. Okay, we'll knock those down in Seattle. Come in with the mindset, we're not going to get 1, we're going to get 2.
What a charged up atmosphere here in Seattle, over 15,000 strong for a pivotal Game 3 of this best-of-5 semifinal series.
The product that we put out on that court in that series was unbelievable. Like, I get chills just talking about it sometimes because I remember being in that gym, floors was shaking, I couldn't hear anything. And I was like, this is how these games should feel. Like, this is good. Like, this is playoff basketball.
That Game 3 was one of the craziest games I've ever been a part of in my life.
It gives me chills to think about because I'm literally watching future Hall of Famers.
Bird lays it in for Seattle, ends an 8-0 run.
I thought the way we came out of the gates really gave us a good chance to win the game.
Finishing plus the foul.
Because we were so locked in. So folks, you're going to need a cushion against this team because they're not going anywhere. They're going to always make a run. They're never going away.
Dishes out in the corner. Talbot again. Big fourth quarter from Stephanie Talbot. Stewart on the attack. Finger rolls it in. 3 straight buckets from the 2-time Finals MVP. Williams, a great look. Knocks down another 3.
Go across. KP. Get Asia right here. Asia, we're looking for Asia right there. Okay? You don't like it. Okay, we got to bounce back out. KP, come back out after you said it. We got to get the ball, but we do have another timeout.
6.9 left in the fourth quarter of Game 3. Gray looking in. Lobs to Wilson. Wilson one-on-one. Dives in. Wilson finishes and gives Vegas the lead. Williams into Bird in the corner. You bet! She's done it again!
To have Sue Bird hit the 3, you would have thought game's over.
But then we look up and it said .8. As a staff, we all knew like it's too much time, right? They started celebrating.
I had struggled throughout that whole game, not really reading the defense well, passing up open shots, and so kind of rewarding to know that whatever happened 39 minutes before that, didn't matter, and Becky still had faith in me.
There was a lot of calm on the faces that we weren't going to lose.
Gray lobs it in, Young to tie, makes it home, and we will have overtime.
Beautifully drawn up, beautifully executed.
It was deflating for the home team, that we got to go into overtime, and we were ready. We came out locked in for those 5 minutes.
18 points scored in overtime, the most by any team in WNBA playoff history.
The Las Vegas Aces win a thriller in Game 3.
I'm drenched over here. Didn't even play 1 minute, drenched. Is when you guys play with each other, you can't guard it. You can't guard it. They came out, they punched us pretty good in that second half, and for you guys to bounce back in overtime, was just tremendous grit, heart, that's courage. That's grace under pressure. That's how you want to operate with each other and within yourself when it's crunch time, because that's when it matters most. You guys pulled that one from the heavens. I don't know.
It was a hell of a game. I don't know if I've ever been a part of something like that. We expect nothing probably but a similar battle, just down to the wire in Game 4. It's hard to knock out a champ.
It's just been remarkable to watch these two teams duke it out. Every single game has been nail-biting.
Absolutely.
Both teams wanted it so bad, and it came down to what Becky always says, defense. Who wants it more? It's not about who could score the most points. We all could score. But who's going to sacrifice their body? Who's going to dive on the ball? Who's going to do the intangible things that maybe Seattle players don't?
just became something that was a knockout dragout. We slugged our best shot and our best punch, and they would bring back 3 punches.
Stewart in transition, bodies in and finishes. You gotta be kidding me with that shot.
It became the Wilson and Stewie show.
Brianna Stewart and Asia Wilson have been a joy to watch tonight.
And then both of them just not backing down. Every game they brought another layer. Like Asia would get these rebounds and these blocks. I'm like, where is this coming from?
McLegore opening and swallowed up by Wilson.
On the other flip side, Stewie's there shooting these faders. She just couldn't miss. I'm like, what are we gonna do?
And you change 1 or 2 possessions and it changes the whole outcome. So that, as a competitor, it was so much fun and joy to play in, to watch on the bench.
Jackie Young with a few massive threes in this game.
And as a viewer, like, you see these great athletes competing at such a high level for just 1 goal to hoist up the trophy.
Chelsea Gray wants to go to the finals tonight. Gray, 6 to shoot. She wants it. She's got it. The Las Vegas Aces are headed to the WNBA Finals.
I'm so proud of this group. It's been one hell of a season, man. It's been one hell of a season.
That wasn't easy. No. You guys are like Santa Claus. All I gotta do is ask. I asked for 2. I asked for 2. Y'all ain't got 2. That's a hell of a win. It is hard to knock out a champ. And I got mad respect for that locker room. Sue, Stu, I mean, they gave us their best shot. That's what it's all about. Big shot making and big shot taking. Lastly, I'd like to just say that I've known since Saturday, but Asia Wilson's MVP.
She is a generational talent. She's an incredible teammate. She is super humble, and she just wants the best for everyone else.
If she's not getting touches, she don't have the ball, we're not the same team. All her hard work and sacrifice to improve her individual game, I think it all paid off because she has given so much to our team. Becky was right. When you give everything you got to the game, you're going to get things in return.
And really the support that the team gave, they all wanted that for Asia.
But when you have a teammate and you have teammates that surround you with just positive energy, affirmation that's like, we trust you, it's not even about the MVP at that point because like I told him, I don't reach anything without them.
She's by far the best player in the league, and so I definitely think she deserved it.
Guys, we have some breaking news out of the WNBA. Fresh off clinching a berth to the WNBA Finals, Asia Wilson has been named the 2022 WNBA MVP.
You name it, somebody from our team won it. And that's like, I don't think that's ever happened in league history. I don't even know if it's happened in sports. Just the amount of different individual victories for people across the board, as well as team victories. It was just really cool to see everyone win, you know? And like, there's so much truth in the fact that like, just because someone's light is shining doesn't mean your light is shining less, you know? And I think everyone really kind of owned that in terms of just having that unselfish excitement for people that were winning, you know, even if it wasn't you, but everyone really had a turn when it came down to it. So it was really cool to see.
Becky Hammon will become the first person to play and coach in a WNBA Finals. What a first start on the bench for her in the WNBA.
That's a high bar.
Exactly.
We are trying to do something that has not been done in this city, and that's for a professional team to win a championship.
We can't let this slip away again because this year we have the tools, we have the confidence, we're playing well.
It's a whole different series. We're a whole different team from when we last played them, so we just got to lock in and stay in our system.
One game series, y'all. That's how we're looking at it. One game at a time, one quarter at a time. Play together. You got here together, finish it off together, and it starts with game one.
I think the challenge versus Con was just the fact that they were different than us physically. They're a bruising team. They're big, they're strong, they're physical.
A charged up atmosphere here in Las Vegas, a sold out crowd at Michelob Ultra Arena.
This environment is incredible.
My main focus is like, this is not about to be easy. They want to take our heads off the same way we want to take their heads off. It's just a matter of who about to do it first.
Someone will win a first championship, either Connecticut or Las Vegas. Chelsea Gray picking up where she left off.
Battle! Battle! Keep battling! Come on, dig in!
We had to lock in. We let some things get away, and you can't do that against a good con team like that.
Asia Wilson's doing MVP things, and what do MVPs do? They make the next great play.
Chelsea Gray, her epic burner continues.
Come on, we got the lead. They don't get it back.
That will do it. The Las Vegas Aces take game one.
The push-pull between these two teams is going to be incredible.
We have to treat every game this series like it's an elimination game. Because we got to lock in on here, and what we can do, control, let's get it.
The Aces looking to take a commanding 2-0 lead in these best-of-5 finals. One to shoot, Gray has to, and hits.
At some point, you wonder, is she going to start missing?
Becky Hammond was talking to us earlier saying basketball always ultimately comes down to size. It's shown in these playoffs. Gray! Why not?
Kelsey Plum bringing a ton of energy and a swagger that Vegas needs right now.
Plum gets it to drop, plus the foul.
They're not going anywhere. Even if we're up 10, 15, 2, 1 down, they're not going anywhere.
Just the fourth time in finals history where 3 teammates have scored 20+. Plum, Gray, Wilson all do it tonight. The Aces take game 2, 85-71, the final.
We can't say enough about the job that Becky Hammond is doing in her first season as the Aces head coach. First season as any head coach at any level. She's already won Coach of the Year, now has her team 2 wins away from a championship.
She went from a player, doing it at a high level, mentoring under Greg Popovich, learning so much from one of the greatest minds in basketball. And boy, is she making everybody proud that they've invested in Becky Hammond, one of the brightest minds in basketball, period.
Come on, they love you. I brought in somebody who just won a few championships.
I always do what she says.
Yeah,
that's
right.
what I end up doing. What are you doing, Joe? You don't need me, that's for sure. But it was great watching you guys play. It's been great watching you on TV. And the way you execute, the way you play physically, it's just beautiful to watch. And for me, I always tell my teams the sweetest wins are which ones?
The ones on the road.
The ones on the road, baby.
We just won. Did you get her saying road trip? Am I right? Who's sleeping? No.
Oh, we got dance. Oh, we're not doing a strip search? No,
Bend over and cough.
I got my MVP chips. I'm ready to roll, Katie.
So excited.
Ooh, That's why I missed.
KP, come on, leave him alone. Leave him, KP, come on. Let him know, let him have it.
Yeah, we fine, we fine.
We splitting them up. See, and that's what happens. You start winning, people start getting your business. It starts being lots of noise from outside. Outsiders coming in, trying to get what you got. But this is us. Us and this on lunch.
We're not happy just being here. We've all been here to a certain degree. You know, Chelsea's won one. This team has been to the finals before, so now it's not about being here. It's about finishing it off.
Together, 3, 1, 2, 3.
We do have to make sure their looks are as difficult as possible. That's it. They make, they miss, whatever. Contest, play the other way. We play out of our defense. I like us.
This team thrives on disrespect. It's been their rallying mantra for years now. They also thrive when their backs are against the wall.
When we went there that first day and everyone was like, oh yeah, we sealing the deal, something within me, I was like, this ain't about to do it. I was like, we ain't got it. We don't have it.
Asia Wilson, very animated, trying to get her team going.
They kicked our ass in game 3. We were prepared, but I felt like they just jumped on us so early.
A 25-4 run, the highest scoring first quarter in finals history.
I don't know if we thought we were just going to show up and they were going to lay down and hand us the trophy, but we should know better by now.
The first triple-double in WNBA Finals history belongs to Alyssa Thomas. The Connecticut Sun force a game 4.
We let them be great in every area they're great at all season. So the next game, it was focused on taking away everything they were great at.
Becky Hammond told us she likes the mental place her group is in today much better than she did in game 3. Said game 3 they were a little comfortable. Today they're quite peeved.
Keep the knee down here. Continue to mark. They're coming after you. Just keep chinning it up, okay?
The physicality, the competitiveness, so palpable on the floor.
It's clear that there's a championship at stake.
Gray threads the needle, extra pass. Wilson, beautiful offense as Stokes finishes. Gray elevates and knocks it down.
Both of these teams just came out ready to battle. We knew it was going to be physical. Neither team shooting over 36%. That's because of how hard these players are playing and how much they're going at it.
Gray trying to work Bonner. Gray to Hezzy, the swivel the bucket. Chelsea Gray, another 20-point afternoon. 7 to shoot. Plum connects. Kelsey Plum, a massive 3. Williams given space, will take and hit from 3. One of the things Becky Hammond told us, she told Raquana Williams after game 3, we need you to shoot. She has, and she has made.
She's worked so hard. She's had injury after injury. It was a broken up season for her. Like, she was getting a little bit frustrated of like, how was her body responding to playing?
I'm always gonna put my teammates first. And if coach needed me playing 4 minutes, 12 minutes, I was ready. Every day, I'm gonna still do my routine. I'm gonna be the first in the gym. I'm gonna get out there, I'm gonna shoot, do whatever I need to do, work on my finishes. Still be a part of the team and not turn inward, because it was so much bigger than me.
Bay is one of the best teammates I've ever played with. She wants to win.
Williams to tie, got another. How about Raquana Williams off the bench?
When you have to fight for everything you get in life on the daily, you build a habit, you build a warrior.
Williams, no hesitation. High up, straight through. Vegas dialed in.
For me, it's work on getting better for this moment, because had I rushed and forced myself back, I wouldn't have been a part of that, whether we won or not.
I think it just was so cool that it came full circle in the finals, the last game. Who comes alive? Bay.
Williams knocks down a corner three.
Some key buckets, some key moments. We would go small, and there were some times where she was guarding somebody that was 6 foot, 6'2". I mean, they announced her as like 5'7", but Bay, you know, she got a little heart.
Now I realize all the stuff that she's worked on in terms of her mental preparation, you just saw it like on the biggest stage at the biggest time.
When she was just knocking down threes and shushing people.
Huge response for Raquana Williams. Williams alone. You bet! What a big three! Raquana Williams puts the Aces back in front.
When you have athletes like that on the biggest stage, it's just their way of expressing themselves.
Williams on the attack. Step back jumper is good!
Like, look, to the world, I've worked my ass off for my body, for my mind, sacrificing everything, and then that celebration was just, you know, priceless.
Raquana Williams is taking over. Kelsey Plum makes it a 6-point Vegas lead. Fly can't hit. Wilson the rebound, and the city of Las Vegas has its first major professional title.
Hell yeah! Chelsea, this was one of the most historic performances we've ever seen in playoff history.
I worked so hard for this.
When you look around and I'm seeing my teammates so happy and cheering, I'm like, these are the moments that you live for.
We champ! We champ! This was a team that had knocked on the door, had really talented groups, seemed to not be able to get over the top, and yet they persisted. They found the right leader, and here they are, the champions in 2022.
To have them come together and put their pride aside and do what they need to do for each other, that's kind of what you think about in those moments, and the amount of selflessness that it took to overcome what we did and to accomplish what we did.
The WNBA is really something special, and for me to be a part of it and to win a championship, like I got to check off something early on in my career that I dreamed about as a little girl.
Yeah, that's cute. I was walking around Mohegan with that speaker that everyone saw, but I couldn't find anyone. Like, it took me like 10, 15 minutes to find someone. But when I finally found everyone, they're like, what are you doing? I'm like, I don't know. Like, it was wild.
I'm so sorry. We get it back in blood.
It's been a long time coming. This core group has been together. It was like puppies. We were growing up in the system together, and we finally did it, and it was so gratifying. So gratifying.
WNBA Championship.
Yes, sir. Cheers. I just want to say I played with different teams, and this is a loving team. Yeah. You deserve everything. I love you guys. I love you. To champs. Yeah. Fucking party. Cheers.
Here we go, guys. Look out the windows.
Let's go. We want to party now.
This is as elite as it gets, and it only happens when you bring a world title to the city. And what has the last 48 hours or so been like?
No, again, it's just still sinking in, but it's nice to have a vision and see it come to reality.
And to say that you're the first to win a championship, but also be the first to host the championship parade and shut down the strip.
That was a big moment for this city, for this organization, for the ownership group. Like, it has been like a long time coming to bring a championship to Las Vegas.
And even just driving the buses, I was like, okay, I guess this is everybody. But when we pulled up to the stage, and I'm like, oh my God, no, this is everybody. And they were there to celebrate us.
There's always like something divine in the works in our lives, and whether we see it or not, you'll get to a point where you're like, I was there to meet that person, I was there to do this thing, I was there to have an impact on someone or something.
And seeing all of our players be able to speak in front of so many people and to impact so many people, for me, I'm never gonna forget that.
I want to let you guys know that this is just the beginning. We just getting started.
Las Vegas, we are world champions.
That's one. I'll see y'all next parade, you feel me?
And this team ain't going nowhere.
We already have the 2023 WNBA title odds. The Aces, they're the favorites to repeat at plus 200.
I think we've got a super team in the making.
Candace Parker, two-time MVP, two-time champion, taking her talents to the Las Vegas Aces.
Now they signed Alicia Clark.
George, the finisher.
That team is stacked.
Aces are going to be a force this upcoming season.
I think if there was a time for super teams, there's never been a better time than now.